Hey, what's up guys? It's Jake aka Tag, and today we're back in action with the original Pekka Electro Wizard deck. I love this deck, everyone has been playing it on ladder, and it is one of the decks that has withstood the test of time, so it will never fall out of the meta. If you're looking for a consistent deck that works no matter the meta, try out this Pekka deck and I guarantee you won't be disappointed. Let's go jump straight into some games and let's assert some dominance. So we got a game against Rest in Pieces. We're gonna try to assert dominance on him and make him rest in pieces. Let's go in for a battle ram in the back right. He's already deployed an Ice Golem, so maybe it's gonna be a 2.9 deck. We'll have to wait and see. Yep, he's got Tesla. So 100% 2.9 right here, right now. We are facing it. Wait, he's got Musketeer. Is this going to be a funky variation of Expo? It could very well be some weird variation of Expo. Anyway, I don't want to go in for my Pekka just yet. We want to play defensive and see what he's got in store for us before we make any bold plays. So he's got Barbarians. Unfortunately, that's going to be a huge issue for our Bridge Spam. And we're going to go in for Minions now. We also have to go for a Royal Ghost. So it's going to be Expo. Exactly as we expected, but not the 2.9 variation. The Royal Ghost would go undercover, so it would have targeted the tower, so that's why I needed to go in for a Battle Ram to support our left-hand side. And we are going to be able to finish off the Expo. He's going to get a lot of chip damage early on, but this is probably going to be the hardest Expo deck for me to play against since he's got Barbarians and Tesla, two phenomenal ways of combating us. So when we're up Elixir, I feel like we need to go in for the Pekka. So we're going to go for the Pekka on the left-hand side. If he goes in for an Expo, we'll ban it immediately, but I don't think he's going to. He's down too much to do that. He already cycled a log on defense, so as you guys can see, we're up a ton of Elixir. I'm going to go and do some dual lane aggression with a bandit here and minions on the left. I'm going to try to get those minions through to the left-hand side because the tower is going to be targeting the Pekka instead. And worst case scenario, he drops Barbarians and he's able to finish that off, but you know, we still break through the Barbarians and the Tesla now, so he doesn't have either in cycle. So in that situation, we can play pretty aggressive. If you don't have your two best answers on defense, I want to go for a Royal Ghost and Battle Ram and force you to use Snowball on defense. I'm going for a Royal Ghost in front because if you guys know what the Royal Ghost is about, he doesn't show himself until his opponent actually is getting hit by it. So that's why I went in for it in front of my Battle Ram. That's what you always want to do to get maximum value and have him close the distance on your opponent's tower even quicker. We might be able to win this game if I continue to play well on defense here, but now he's got a Tesla down. He's probably going to drop Barbarians soon, so I'm a little bit fearful. I don't want to be spamming too aggressively. I know that the Bandit is going to be the next target, and we're going to go for a Battle Ram, so then it goes and make sure that the Expo is targeting that. Go for a Poison on top of the Musketeer and on top of the Expo, and then we should be able to just retarget it with a Zap if I need to, but it's not something that I really have to worry about. I'm going to conserve Elixir for the next cycle of the Expo that he's going to be dropping soon. So with 20 seconds remaining, or less than 20 seconds remaining, it's better to drop my Expo counters further away so they don't get shredded by the Expo Tesla combination immediately. Then we space it all out and try to kill that Tesla. It's going to be pretty obnoxious. We're going to go in for a Battle Ram, and we know that the Electro Wizard is going to die, but I just wanted to kill the Tesla, and I was hoping that the minions would stay alive so we could break through and kill the Expo. It didn't really work out, but we were still able to win one of the most impossible matchups for Pekka, this ridiculous Expo deck. We're going to sauce out a good luck here, and we're going to go in for a Bandit in the back. So we're going to see what this guy's got before we play really aggressive, because he might have an Expo deck. Oh, he's going to go Royal Giant in the back. Okay, so Royal Giant with Log, we have to apply opposite lane aggression and plop down a Pekka right on top of the RG. So that's going to give us a lot of damage, but unfortunately he's got Rocket for some weird reason. He's able to shut down our Bridge Spam there. So I'm going to go for a Pekka, and I'm going to support it with a Royal Ghost. I fully expect him to have Fishermen or Guards or something to kill this Pekka, so I'm a little bit upset about that, but as long as we're able to kill the Executioner, I think we're chilling. I'm going to go for a Zap so that the Pekka is able to get on top of the Exy. If it doesn't happen, we're sad pandas. Pekka still demands a response, so he's going to log it, and we know he's got Log, Rocket, Executioner with Royal Giant, Skeletons. I don't understand it, dude. But I don't have to understand it. He's playing it for me, man. I'm going to go in for a Bandit in the back, and we're going to figure out how we want to play against this. I feel like he knows that he can defend against anything with Executioner and a fast cycle with Tornado. So we have to try our hardest to take advantage of his aggressive Royal Giants and then get counter push afterwards. So we're going to go in for another Battle Ram here. And I want to go in for a Royal Ghost and Electro Wizard instead of going for a Pekka because he doesn't have his Executioner in cycle. And then I think that the Royal Ghost coupled with the Electro Wizard is able to get a little bit more of an advantage on the left-hand side opposed to a slow-rolling Pekka. And it was just the cheapest thing that I could have dropped at that point in time. So dropping the Royal Ghost earlier allowed me to get a little bit more damage. And look, he's going to go in for a Tornado to activate King Tower. Man, I can't let this go down to the wire because he's just able to rocket me and get Royal Giant chip damage, and I'll lose the game then. Since he's already activated King Tower, I think I'm in a desperate time, so we need to go in for some more spam. I think we're going to go in for some dual lane aggression, so then he's not able to use his Executioner all in a line. And I'm going to go in for a poison on the right because that's the side that I really want to be focusing on anyway. I'm going to go for a zap, so maybe I'm able to get more damage on the left, so then I can counter push with Pekka because he might go in for a Royal Giant there. But it's going to be tough, guys. So we'll eat the Executioner damage, and we're always going to split lane aggression because we can't go same lane. We're trying to keep our options open, and as we see an Executioner come down, we know for a fact that we can't really transgress on that territory much longer. The skeletons will die in one hit, though, and we're going to go in guns blazing on the right-hand side and on the left. I think the Pekka does get one hit, and the Pekka might get two. Oh, baby! It's a triple! Well, not a triple, but you guys know what I mean. It was the equivalent of a triple. It felt pretty dang good. And we're going to walk away with a clean W against this dirty meta abuser. As soon as the game shifted to lowest tower damage wins, this guy chose to run a Royal Giant rocket deck with a very fast cycle, so he's always able to defend with Executioner. What a gimmicky deck, and I'm just so glad to win that one, Chief. So when we're playing any type of Pekka bridge spam, we don't want to go in for our minions, because if our opponent has Balloon, we could straight up lose the game. He's going to have Ice Golem, so he's probably going to have Expo, judging by his name. So I'm going to go in for my minions now, because we assume that he's going to be running Expo. And we're going to see what else he's got. We still have the E-Wiz if he's got something different, but he's got Baby Dragon and Ice Golem, so this might be Graveyard now. So he's going to have, man, I think he's got Graveyard. Yep, there it is. So let's go in for Poison and then E-Wiz right on top of the Baby Dragon, so then we can maybe make a counter push with his Royal Ghost and E-Wiz on the left-hand side. He's going to go for a log, so he's going to play pretty aggressive. So thankfully for us, we have Poison, so in double Elixir, Poison is going to be our primary counter. In single Elixir, we're going to be looking to use our minions and trying to play really aggressive so he's not able to go in for too many graveyards. So since his Poison and pretty much his entire possibility of playing aggressive is out of cycle, we're going to be going in for a Peck in the back, and since he has Graveyard, he can't really rush opposite lane at all. So this Peck in the back is just going to be a great way of capitalizing on our Elixir advantage. So he's going to go for an Ice Golem in the back, and we can unload in the right-hand side. I really don't want to allow him to defend this. He's got his Fisherman, he's got Ice Golem, and he's got Dark Prince, so I think I can go in for a Bandit and Battle Ram on the right-hand side, and it looks like he's going to be able to defend the Pekka, but he's going to lose the right-hand tower, so that's what we're looking for right now. If I'm able to defend this, we should be able to walk with the W, so I'm going to try to go in for, let's say, an E-Wiz, so we can shut down his Hunter and then his Dark Prince before it takes out my entire tower. And if we're going to be in a 1-1 situation against a Graveyard player, we can straight up just poison the Graveyards for the rest of the game. So that's what we're looking to do. He's got a lot of great defenses against our Bridge Spam deck, but it's not going to work out if he's not able to get anywhere near our tower with the Graveyard, since we have Poison. So that's what we're just going to do, straight up Poison to deny almost all damage. Poison is one of the best hard counters to Graveyards, so if you guys have that in double Elixir where they're able to poison your minions, you probably want to be going in for the Poison opposed to dropping the minions in double Elixir. And it's just going to be really hard for him to defend the right-hand side if you apply aggression and drop minions on defense in single Elixir. So that's why I'm saying in single Elixir, minions are probably a little bit better, just because they won't have the Elixir count to do anything meaningful. So I need to go in for, I would say, minions on defense with my Pekka again, and we should be able to walk with a W with only a couple of seconds remaining. We should be able to just go for a Poison, minions right on top of the Baby Dragon, and the Pekka should just be able to kill the Hunter there. Awesome stuff for us, guys. So we're going to be able to walk with a very clean W here. He's going to go in for a Poison, but it doesn't matter. There's 10 seconds remaining. He has to get like a Fisherman on top of the tower. We have E-Wiz to shut that down if he even has the thought of having that happen. GG, well played, and peace out, Girl Scout. It was a pleasure playing against you, and good luck in the rest of your challenge. I totally thought that this guy was going to adhere to his name, stay true to his name, but he was a dirty, filthy liar. He is not the Expo Master. He's trying to play Graveyard on us and stunt on us with a completely different deck. He's about the life of throwing off his opponents with his name, and I don't appreciate that. Hey, we got first in war. Let's go. And we get a legendary? What? So we're currently 7-0. We get a legendary from the chest, and we are absolutely killing the game, man. Let's keep crushing it. So this guy's going to have a Magic Archer. It's probably going to be a Poison Bait deck. We're going to have to wait and see, though. Whether it's going to be Royal Hogs or if it's just going to be standard Bridge Spam or Fireball Bait, we have yet to see. So he's got Pekka. Okay, really wasn't expecting that one, Chief. We're going to go for our own Pekka here, and hopefully he doesn't Fisherman it. But Pekka on Pekka action with the help of our tower should be okay. He's going to go for a Fisherman on defense now. So I fully expect him to either have Royal Hogs or Battle Ram with this deck. We have not seen exactly what he's got in store for us just yet. We're going to go for a Royal Ghost, then we're able to finish off the Magic Archer. Unfortunately, the Fisherman will pull it away, but, you know, we'll still be able to kill the Fisherman a little bit quicker now. And the Royal Ghost is not going to be able to help us finish that off. We have to go in for an Electro Wizard, and we have to eat some damage and then go for a Bandit to push his Bandit right away. So it's going to retarget onto our Bandit since we pushed it away. Man, this is going to be a pretty interesting game because the Fisherman is one of the best cards on defense, but I still think we can finagle out a W if we play this perfect. I'm going to go in for a Battle Ram so then I'm able to go and kite the Dark Prince to the opposite lane, so then we're able to have both towers engaged and finish it off. And we also bait out a Fisherman, which we definitely did not want to, or he didn't want to have to drop here. So, Fisherman's going to die. For 4 Elixir, I only take 1 Dark Prince hit, and we bait out a Fisherman. So I'm okay with that. I think that's a pretty good transaction for me. In this situation, we know that his Fisherman's out of cycle, so I probably want to start slow rolling to Pekka in the lane that he has all of his damage. We should be up some Elixir value as well, since he had to drop the Fisherman. And as we just saw, we're up a bit. So I'm going to go in for a Royal Ghost. We know that we probably have to zap if we want to deny that fully, but I'm also okay eating a little bit of damage on top of the Royal Ghost. It's not the best thing in the world, but, you know, it's okay. So I'm going to go in for my minions here. We fully expect a Magic Archer. We'll poison it as soon as that comes down. Yep, there it is. So we're going to be able to kill the Magic Archer. The Royal Ghost is coming down on the left-hand side. If I kept it healthier, we might have gotten a couple extra hits there. So if I had zapped, I think that might have been a little bit better. It's hard to say, though. So the Pekka should get a hit on the tower, so I need to go in for an Electro Wizard here just to make sure it doesn't. It's going to go for Bandit, so we're going to go for Bandit on Bandit action, and then we're going to go for our Battle Ram on the right, and go in for a Royal Ghost right with our Bandit. So I think the Bandit's going to go charge on top of the Fisherman, or if he drops Electro, then the Royal Ghost is going to give us a lot of value. And I think that what we want is go and start slow rolling the Pekka here, because he's going to go Bridge Spam right into us, and that's going to give a lot of value onto the counter push. I know that we're going to have to do the exact same transaction that we did before with the Bandit pushing off his Bandit. I'm okay with that transaction. You guys have to learn that if you're playing this matchup. Otherwise, you're just going to take a ton of unnecessary damage from your opponent. So he's going to Pekka on the right maybe. We'll see though. Oh my gosh, is this Pekka going to actually kill the Dark Prince? That's so good for me. Alright. Go for a Royal Ghost here. Make sure that we can shut down his Bridge Spam. And then we can go in for a Pekka, and then go in for a Battle Ram, because he's going to go for a Fisherman for sure. And I think as long as this Pekka is tanking for the Battle Ram, we should get a connection. Oh, wait, is that going to be on the right-hand side? Oh my gosh, Fisherman. That is so unlucky for me. Okay, we need to be able to bounce back here. If it went on the right-hand side instead of the left, we would have been in a much better spot. So I know for a fact that we have to go in for a Bandit here, and then we need to go in for a Zap to reset the Fisherman, so then we can still get the charge off to delay the Dark Prince's charge. You go for a Royal Ghost as well, so otherwise the Dark Prince gets a hit. Can't have that happen. Alright, Fisherman, you are really messing with me today, man. You're messing with the wrong person, though. You're going to drop an Electro Wizard at the river, so that's just going to die, and that's not going to give him any utility. So he can go in for more Bridge Spam with Electro and Bandit and Battle Ram and all this, but it doesn't matter as long as I go and drop my minions, so then I'm able to kill his Bandit. Bandit just needs to die, and then we're in a much better spot. His Fisherman was deployed on offense, so I want to go in for a Battle Ram on offense as well, because now we have 2 lanes coming at him, and he doesn't have Fisherman in cycle. We might be able to fully take out the left-hand side. That's at least what I'm banking on right now. So he went in for a Zap on a really aggressive stance. We're going to go in for our own Zap, so then we can keep everything a little bit healthier, and we're going to go and poison him out. So we played exceptionally well by baiting out so much on the right-hand side, and then we were able to go on the left-hand side because he didn't have Fisherman in cycle. It's not the easiest matchup, I'm not going to lie, but when you catch your opponent off guard, when they don't have Fisherman in cycle, and they have all their Elixir dedicated into the Pekka on the right-hand side to defend your Pekka, and you split lane aggression, you can win that matchup. Okay, guys, so we got another game. We're going to sauce out a good luck here, and we're going to cycle a Battle Ram in the back. Since we have Pekka, it's a pretty good transaction for us. So if he goes in for like a Lumberjack or something, we'll go right in front of it, but I assume that this is going to be either an Expo deck, or it's going to be a fast cycling balloon deck. So I'm not going to go in for a Pekka right in front because he didn't drop a Lumberjack, he didn't drop a 4 Elixir card, he just dropped a Knight. Not worth it for me at all. So I'm going to go Bandit, same lane, and after seeing Log, I'm identifying this deck as an Expo deck right now. There's no way it's anything other than that. Oh, wow. Okay, well, maybe it's going to be a Hog Rider deck now? Wow, Royal Giant, what? I haven't seen anything like this, ever. That's crazy, dude. So he's got Royal Giant Fast Cycle with Executioner, and we're going to be able to shut that down and make a pulverizing push on the right-hand side. This is going to be great stuff for us. In fact, if he goes in for a Fisherman on the right, we might be able to go in for a Battle Ram on the left and apply dual lane aggression. I don't think he's able to defend this adequately. Actually, I know for a fact he is able to. That was a huge overexertion from our opponent. Going in for the Royal Giant, and we just plopped down a Pekka and asserted dominance. And the reason being why I went in for the left-hand side with a Battle Ram is I know that I'm at least going to take 1 tower. He could have had enough Elixir to somehow get back to like Executioner Tornado or something really funky on defense with like a Fisherman, and pulled off a miraculous defense with an Ice Golem Kite for 5 Elixir Fisherman plus Ice Golem. And I just didn't want to deal with that, so what I ended up doing is I went for the dueling aggression. It's generally the safest thing to do. And when you got Pekka and your opponent overextends with an Expo and you drop a Pekka right on top of the river and take it out with minions plus Pekka and counter push, you can win games. Same thing with Royal Giant. It's a 6 Elixir investment, and if they get really flimsy pushes coming at you that you can annihilate and counter push, there's nothing they can do because they're not going to be able to replenish Elixir enough to deal with the split pushing mechanics that Pekka is allowed to throw down. So GG, well played, and peace out, Girl Scout. It was a pleasure playing against you, and good luck in the rest of your Grand Challenge session. We completely and utterly annihilated him here, and that's just the punishing potential of Pekka. You gotta love it. Whenever your opponent makes a misplay, you can immediately win the game. And that's why Pekka's been one of the most popular and most fun decks in Clash Royale.